What is up, everybody? Welcome to Talking Nerdy About Digimon. I am James. I am remotely joined by my boy Logan Lee.
Oh,
What's up,
hi.
Logan? uh, uh, so we're back after a very long hiatus from the old YouTube and the old Talking Nerdy. Um, I thought because of several reasons. Obviously we're all kind of stuck quarantined at the moment, which is why we're doing this here Zoom thingy. Um, but I figured, with us having a little more time on our hands these days, plus a new series of Digimon started last week. So I thought, what better time than to restart Talking Nerdy About Digimon? And what better person to do it with but my boy Logan. So real
I,
quick,
I, I, I'm the best person to do this with.
the best one, man. The best one. You've seen like ad Digimon episode. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, so that's where I want to start because um, I've seen every series at least once. Some of the earlier ones, um, quite a few more times, just because that was my thing back in the day. But you, however, are not as well versed in the Digimon as I am. So that's
No,
another
no.
uh, why I thought you would be a good person to do this with because it'd be a chance for because I have forgotten a crap ton when it comes
I
to
just never
Digimon.
knew it.
Yeah, and so what better what better person we can learn together. I can relearn, you can learn for the first time, and we can just go through this series. This we're going to be talking each week about the new series at first. So Digimon Adventure basically rebooted last week. Digimon Adventure, I don't know what to really call it. That's all they're calling it, I guess. They have a
Digimon
colon at
Adventure
the end.
2020.
Yeah, but they have that colon at the end of
They
Digimon
do?
Adventure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do. If you look at the logo, it's got a colon, and it's like I thought maybe they
Hmm.
would pop something else in there, but they didn't. So yeah, we'll just call it Digimon Adventure
Exclamation point.
2020. Oh yeah, it needs an exclamation point. Um, but first, real quick, just tell me a little bit about um, what do you know of Digimon? What did you watch, and do you like it at all?
Well, I love Digimon. Quite obviously not as much as you do, but I've seen season 1 and 2 of Adventure all the way through to at least once. I've seen bits and pieces everywhere, but I know what happens, of course.
Yeah.
Tamers, I've seen maybe 2 or 3 episodes. I think one of them was the last episode of it.
Oh man.
I've seen all of Frontier. That was the one that was airing on whatever Disney thing was at the time. Then Data Squad came around, and then I think they just stopped airing Data Squad at some point near the end.
Yeah.
I never saw the ending of it. I saw most of it. Um, that's it. I played some of the games. One of the games I played all the way through. I've only ever played one all the way through, and that was the Data Squad game. I don't know if there's multiple, but it's the one you stole from me.
No, I did not steal it from you. Actually, look, I'll get it out. Right. You talking about this one?
Like, Digimon
I
World
have
Data Squad?
I have never played this.
It's great. Well, it's not great, but it's
It's
one of
okay.
those games where it's just like you can accidentally digivolve into something you don't want to because it didn't tell you what you're doing.
All it seems like all Digimon games, like that's kind of its shtick. Um, Digimon games, I'm gonna throw it right out there right now. Not great. Not
Not
great.
great.
No. Digimon World, which was like the first one,
Hmm.
was pretty good. It was pretty good, but it did that mechanic of where I thought I was going in as like Pokemon basically because Pokemon was had been pretty big by the time I got Digimon World. Um, so I'm thinking, cool, a team, and they'll I'll level them up, they'll evolve. Eventually, I'll have a mega, something, and it'll be great, And then if you don't follow specific things, if you don't train them right, you let them poop too much or something. I don't know what it is. Like they'll your Agumon can evolve into like the poop Digimon.
Yeah, that happened to me.
and but Digimon World had so much more going for it that like it makes you want to find those ways to get your Greymon or to get what the good stuff. But then the few that I played after that, I didn't really care for Digimon World 2. I think I don't have 3, but I do have 4, which I've never played though. But and then they had some for the Game Boy Advance, which
Didn't
I
it
have
have one
one.
like the Frontier one?
No, I have. Well, yeah, it has Frontier characters. I think it's Battle
Oh,
Spirit or something like that. It's a fighting game. It's actually not bad for the Game Boy Advance, um, but even the newest Digimon ones like CyberSleuth, I think it's called Digimon World Next Order or something like that. They came out for the PS4 and stuff. I have those, but I just don't. I don't like that.
so much time into CyberSleuth. I just gave up because I just wanted my Digimon. It kept telling me how to get it, and it's like you have to Digivolve up, then Digivolve back down,
Right.
and up, down to get enough points to eventually get to your Omnimon or your.
Yeah. It's. I did. I thought that game had such potential, and I was digging it, and the grind was great. Like I liked grinding and battling and all that. And then when I got to like I think I got a Magna Angemon,
Mhm.
and I'm going for my Seraphimon, and I find out that I have to, like you said, de-digivolve them all the way down and do it all over again. I'm just like, nope, 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 nope. I'm out.
The most
And so I barely
optimal way
played.
was sorry.
Go ahead, no, go, you're good.
The most optimal way to get it was you had to get 2 of the poop Digimon because they had an XP
The gold
ability.
Numamon, yeah.
Yeah, you got 2 of them, and you got them there, so you had to buy with 2 poop monsters and your one, and that was I spent probably 10 hours just
Yeah.
doing that. I got Imperial Dramon. I was like, nope, I'm out. We're done.
Yeah, I had I feel like I had I didn't get to Imperial Dramon. I had Pyle Dramon.
Yeah.
That's the highest I went before I just gave up. I gave up. But anyway, so yeah, Digimon is it's one of my favorite like franchises of all time. It was a
You
big
can
part
see
of
by
my
the stuff in the
childhood.
back.
Yeah, I got a little bit of stuff. It's that's not even. I have some stuff in the closet still that I just I don't have space. I don't have room out here to display everything like I'd like to. Um, but and it's not even half of the stuff that I had when I was a kid though. I wish I still had some of the stuff I had, man. I only have 2 Digivices. Well, I guess 3, but 2 of my original ones. Um, and back in the day, I had like several of every season. I'd have different colored ones, but I used to give them away to people that I thought wanted to like we had a small little group of friends that were into Digimon, and if they couldn't get a Digivice, and we liked to LARP when I was a kid.
You told me about this.
Like play, we'd play outside. We'd all be the Digidestin or whatever, and if somebody couldn't have a Digivice, well, hey, don't you worry because I'll hook you up. I had all sorts of them, and so, but over the years, moving and just all that, you lose stuff, and but I wish I had everything because now you go online, it's like let me buy Tamers is personally my favorite season, and so I'm like,
Season
let me
3,
go
right?
online. That's season 3, yeah. Let me go online. Let me buy a Digivice from Tamers, which is one of the ones I don't have anymore. $100 or something just for yeah. It sucks, but it's okay. But yeah, Digimon is a it holds a special place in my heart. It was one of the first sort of anime things that I ever got into, and I still love it. I'm still glad that it's still going to this day. And as we're about to get into, this series is, to me, off to a pretty good start. I don't know how
I
you
liked it.
felt about it. We actually haven't talked at all about this, which is something that I've been trying to avoid. I know you just recently watched, like, what, last night or
Yeah,
the day before?
yesterday morning I watched the first episode.
Right. So I watched it last week, and I wanted to talk to you all week about that first episode, but I've been trying to, I want this conversation to be as fresh, as we could get it. So I don't know you don't know, I don't think you really know my thoughts, and I don't know your thoughts. So let's go ahead and jump into this first episode. I did take a few notes, uh, not as thorough as I used to be. When we used to do Talking Nerdy about Digimon, which we used to have a podcast back in the day with a couple of guys. I don't think you were in the group. I don't even think we knew you at that time.
It was like in 2017. No,
no.
I was like 16, and
that's the other thing.
No.
Yeah, I'm an old dude. You're a youngster. So let's see. You were being born when Digimon came out, right? Digimon came out in like 98, 99?
It came out in 98. I was not born yet. It came out in 99. I was.
Yeah. So that's the other cool thing. Like it hits different for you. It's gonna hit different for you than it did for me. I was like peak right age for this stuff, and you were just a little baby. So
like I said, the one that was coming out when I was the age to watch TV was Frontier. That's season 4.
Frontier, interestingly, here in where we live, when it aired, Digimon was a Fox Kids thing.
Yeah,
like it was one of the big, Fox Kids things. And season 3 was the last one to air on Fox Kids, and it moved to, weirdly, we had a station, UPN. I don't know if you know UPN. It was like it's on the basic channels,
Yeah, I remember it. Now.
It
Vaguely.
weirdly moved to UPN, and it aired on a weekday morning, because I specifically remember this because I didn't watch Frontier completely all the way through as it aired because of the weird time it came on, because it was starting at 7:30 in the morning when I'm leaving to go to school. So
yeah,
this was the time of VHS, tapes. So I would pop a VHS thing in the recorder and hit record, but I'd have to record all day. I didn't know how to work it to where like it would stop after that program ended. So like when I hit record, it recorded as much as, like, it recorded everything until the tape stopped, basically,
Yeah.
And then when I got home, I would then start the tape over, watch that episode, and then just record over and over it and over it and over it like that. And eventually that just got a little
tedious.
Yeah, a little tough to do that every morning when I'm trying to get ready for work. I'm trying to do all this stuff, or not work, but school.
It's like work.
And yeah, no, I wasn't going to work at that time. But I want to say I was like a sophomore or junior in high school when that was coming out. But yeah, it was weirdly on like UPN at a weird time, so I didn't get to catch it when it, like, I only caught like half the season, and then I just fell off of it. And I never watched Data Squad as it aired. Because it moved to like a Disney or something, not a basic channel. I never had any sort of satellite or cable growing up, so which was lucky that it was on Fox Kids and then UPN, because I could watch it. I couldn't watch Data Squad, and I specifically remember that Data Squad was coming on. I don't think it was airing, but I think it might have been doing reruns or something. But I was out of the house. I was an adult at this point, and Erica and I had just purchased satellite for the first time. Like, it was a big momentous occasion
for
us.
Direct or dish? Which one were you?
Direct. When we had satellite, we always were a direct TV family. But I remember like scrolling through the guide, and I just randomly thought, search for Digimon, like, to see if any of it ever pops on. I saw Data Squad was coming on, so I recorded an episode and watched it, and I was like, this is garbage. I hated that one episode that I watched.
Garbage.
I felt it was garbage, and
What episode was it? Do you remember?
God no, dude, heck no. This would have been like 06, 07 or something like that. But
I remember it not being great. So
yeah, that episode, I just when I saw it and I saw Marcus punch a Digimon to unlock his stuff, and I was just like, no, I'm not into this. And I just remember like I didn't watch that as it aired. It was much later when I kind of had a resurgence of Digimon love that I went back and found. I was able to find like all of Tamers, all of Frontier, all of Data Squad on YouTube, and was able to watch all of them on YouTube. And then I watched Cross Wars as it aired, but I was doing it illegally, like finding fan edits, of like fan subbed fan subtitle stuff, and it was okay. That season's okay. And then then it came back. That actually came here, and we got Fusion.
Is that the one where it had like the little red fucker who was always
Shoutmon.
like he seemed rude as all hell?
No, Shoutmon's awesome, dude. This little dude.
That little dude?
Yeah. Shoutmon's cool. I like Shoutmon. I didn't mind Fusion or Cross Wars. It had a lot of silly stuff to it, but it was okay. Honestly, going back and rewatching every season of Digimon, they're all okay. Like everybody hates Frontier. Frontier's dope.
I love Frontier's my favorite one.
Frontier's dope. Data Squad, even me, I thought it was garbage. Watched it. It's pretty good. It's actually pretty good.
I remember I had good parts of it, but it's still hard for me to get over the fact that he has to punch the Digimon, and
eventually
then
that goes away.
That goes away?
Yeah.
I don't remember it. Like it was like 07. I was 8 years old.
Yeah.
I don't remember much of it.
But anyway, so then we Adventure Try. We got Adventure Try. And it's having a bit of a resurgence, and now we've got Digimon Adventure 2020, and so which brings us to now we're gonna review this, or not really review, we're just gonna give our thoughts on it each week as it airs. So let's go ahead and start. Like I said, I got me some notes. So let's start with that intro. What do you think about the intro? The music, the animation, all that. Yeah, I do too.
As the man who's never watched any Japanese Digimon at all, not hearing like the Digimon, the Digi-Rap or whatever, it's very hard for me not to start humming it.
I love our Digimon themes. I really did. Seasons 1, 2, and 3, they all kept basically the same thing for us. It was that Digimon, but they would remix it just a little bit each one. Then Frontier came around, had a whole new intro. I was expecting the same one, whole new thing. It was actually like a song, actually dope as hell. I love that. I love that.
I love that song.
Data Squad actually has a fucking banger of an intro, but you need to go back and just find each intro for the Japanese versions. Freaking bangers, dude.
Bangers.
Everyone.
I've heard Butterfly a lot. Is that the season
Butterfly, man. I was really hoping that they would do some sort of Butterfly version, for this. But I do like this intro. I think it's pretty good. And if you notice, there's one part when Ty's like kind of fall. By the way, it's a lot of Ty, and then if you look at the outro, it's a lot of Matt.
It's a lot of Matt.
Yeah,
I noticed that.
I hope this isn't going to be the Ty and Matt show. Like,
I really don't want it because my favorite character is Izzy in season 1.
Izzy is a pretty.
Izzy did get some.
Izzy's a pretty important character.
Is it normal? We're skipping a bit.
Yeah.
Izzy is younger in this season.
Yes, he was always younger.
He's always been younger.
Yes.
Okay.
So you
I
had
didn't. I did.
Ty, Matt, Sora, and which, by the way, I'm gonna refer to him as the English names,
They have different
just
names.
because. Well, like Tai Chi,
Oh.
Yamato, Koshiro. That's the Japanese ones, but
I would
they did a lot of
see
like.
that name and just be like, oh, it's that.
You
That's
just read
them.
it as Ty, and you just read it as Matt. I
Yeah.
know. But a lot of people when they do when they talk about these series, they call them by like Yamato or Koshiro or whatever. But yeah, I'll refer to them, and I think you will as well, to their English names. But yeah, Ty, Matt, Sora, Mimi are all the same age, I believe. No, actually, Mimi and Izzy are the same age. Ty, Matt, Sora are the same age. Joe is a year older than everybody.
Okay.
And
Is that why
then
he's an
TK
adult
and Kari.
try?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, he's not an adult. He's in
grad school,
like early college or something.
Yeah.
Where they're about to like graduate high school. He's a year up. He's already graduated and gone on to college, I think. But yeah, I don't want this, and I don't want to jump into future spoilers either for the second episode. But I don't know. This really seems like the Ty and Matt show, and I don't want it to end up like that because I'm with you. My favorite is TK.
Yeah.
And so I just. Plus, again, not trying to jump into future sports, but how the hell long is this series going to be? Because we're already getting something that shouldn't have happened until the very end of the series in the second episode, and we'll talk about that later. You may know what I'm referring to, but
I have not seen the second episode yet. I didn't know there was. I didn't know there was a second episode out.
Okay, you watch it tonight. We're gonna record again tomorrow.
Okay.
We'll do this one as the first one. We'll watch the second. You watch the second episode. We'll record tomorrow after work. Okay.
Yeah, it comes out every Sunday.
Every Saturday night, actually.
Oh, okay.
So like by 9 or 10 or something, it should be on Crunchyroll, I think. Because I watched it late last night at like 10:30 or 11 or something like that. So, dang, I really wanted to talk to you about something that happens in that second episode, man. So now I really have to make sure not to do any future spoilers. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, that music though, I really dug that intro.
It was good.
Music though, I don't know how many, you probably only watched it one time or whatever. Go back and watch this episode again and like listen to the music because the music is dope.
It is.
Like they throw it in at great times. There's like real sort of calm, melancholy music at specific times, and then when the battle's going, like you got all this battle stuff. And there's one scene, I'm pretty sure it's in the first episode, but like Agumon, because I think it's Agumon that does it. He like shoots several of those little Digimon, and like each blast as it hit, like the music, bam, 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 like it went with those blasts. It was so dope.
Those little dudes, are they from the movie? Like the Digimon Adventure movie?
No.
The big guy, he did his little versions of him. They're not. That's not him.
No. Different one.
So
but I
similar.
could see how. Yeah, it does. It does because it's got that one.
Yeah.
Like a sort of blobby thing.
The reason
like
because
one eye in the middle.
It's the blob. It's a computer virus. And I'm like, are they just skipping to the movie part? Because in the intro, Ty it zooms through Ty and you see Omnimon for a second. Which is also making me think that this is going to be the Ty and Matt show, and it's just them going to be going together until they skip to Omnimon.
I'll say this: future spoilers. What makes me think they try to condense the movie. The second episode is basically the plot of the movie, and they hint at it at the end of this one, where they say something like a military thing. Yeah. Basically, like the way that these Digimon fucked with the
rail systems,
electronics, and all the rail systems started going crazy. Same thing happens in the next episode, but it has to do with they set off like nuclear missiles and stuff, which is basically the same plot as the movie was. Yeah. And actually, the second episode is called War Game, which the movie was called Our War Game. So like
I just noticed Digimon the movie.
But I'll also say this though. The thing that makes me think, first off, I really hope this isn't like a mini series because they are getting to shit like that.
Like quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the third episode from the little clip that they gave us at the end of the second is called The Digital World. So hopefully, they're going to start sending some of the other Digidestin out, and they're all going to finally maybe meet up in the digital world or something. But no, let's get to the episode though. We don't have to go through like bit by bit. This is, let's just talk about like the notes that I had, thoughts that you had, any just thoughts. Let's just go through it. What did you like? What did you dislike? Stuff like that.
I was expecting, we talked a little bit, we did talk about it at work. You basically explained to me this is not a shot for shot recreation of the series. Right. So when I got into that, I was like, okay, it's not gonna be that. So instead of it starting us at camp, Ty's getting ready to go to camp. I did like that. I did like too, that. Yeah. And I like to see my boy Izzy showing up, just knocking on the door.
I love that Izzy is like, it seems like such a sweet kid. He's like, where Ty like opens the door and Izzy's just kind of like, I got just a little question or whatever. And he's like, all right, cool. Yeah. Come on in, bro. And Izzy's like, whoa, I didn't mean it like that. Like,
we talk about here. I don't really.
Like, no, dude, come on. Come on in, bro. Come on in, Like, I'm not doing anything.
They never go in.
Hang out,
He never comes in, by the way.
Because shit goes down though, like pretty quick. Izzy got that tablet, and he's like, they kick things off pretty quick. But I did like that. Like Izzy just seems like just the sweetest little dude. Ty just seems like such a. I love that. Just like, come in, be my friend. Like immediately, just like, yeah, you're cool. I like you. We're cool. Boom.
Very warm guy.
Yeah, just welcoming. That's the word I was looking for. Just welcoming, Let's talk about something that's kind of bothering me. I don't know if it's bothering me or not. I can't really decide. I don't know if I like it, if I don't like it. Sometimes when I think about it, I do like it. Then I think about it and I don't like it. So the crest thing. So you remember the tags and the crests from the original series, right?
Okay, so it came crest first, then the tag, right? Or was it vice versa?
So the tag is the actual thing that the crest slides into. So they wore a tag and a crest, and they each had their own separate one, and it was like a trait, something specific to them, right?
Courage, friendship, love, that kind of stuff.
So in this though, they're already throwing that out there, almost like now if they go this way, I'm gonna like it. Because it's almost like that. They're not gonna actually have a physical tag and a crest. It's gonna be like it unlocks because of this one unlocks because of Ty just jumping that turnstile, which was dope as fuck, by the way. When he jumped the turnstile, and as he's jumping,
with his goggles,
sliding the goggles on, because they were just hanging up over him, and he like put the goggles on, and jumping the turnstile, and boom, courage. It unlocks that, and that's what sends him into the net. But that doesn't come around until it's time for them to digivolve into Ultimates in the original series.
Yeah, I remember that. Because the skeleton one or whatever, Skell Greymon, Dead Greymon.
Oh yeah,
that was like a corrupted version of his
right.
Of his thing.
Ty basically was like, he knew that they had been champions for a little bit at that point. And Ty knew that he needed to go further. And so he was like, dude, come on.
Speed it up. Come on, gotta go.
I know you can go further, you have to. And that sparked the darker evolution. And then it took them, they had to find their tags and the crest, and then that's what helped them digivolve into the Ultimates. This just seems like it's well, first it's what helped him get his Digivice
Mm-hmm.
and get into the net, and then I'm sure the digital world eventually. But what do you think about all that?
It was weird. It was weird. Because I remember that they didn't have to have the crest or any kind, like we didn't see any kind of crest or anything at all to get in the original series to get them to champion. And so I thought it was cool because it was him showing off his courage, and Ty's thing is courage, right? And that's
Mm-hmm.
how he got his. I did like that. So
And Izzy,
overall,
Izzy popping in and helping, trying to help Ty, using what he's best at, which is
his
his
mind.
knowledge. Boom. Now that's what unlocks
We
his.
saw his, right?
Yeah, so his flashes, it totally upgrades his laptop, which I thought was sort of
Yeah.
weird. And he gets, everybody, they get their Digivices, which I want to talk just a second about. What do you think of the new design of that Digivice? It's
New?
it's similar. It's similar, right? So it's
It
got
looks
that,
like
this isn't really helping, but
I get. I'm seeing it's like
yeah, but the original had here. All right, so that's what the original was like,
Mhm. Oh,
buttons,
I see now.
little antenna thingy,
Yeah.
This newer one, you basically get rid of the buttons and the antenna. You just keep this basic sort of
The shape.
shape, and then and the screen. That's it. It's sleek. The new one is like sleek.
Because like smart, I guess cell phones back in that day would have the antenna. Because I remember that because I'd chew on
and
it as a
buttons
kid.
and yeah.
But now we
Well,
got these where it's just
yeah. Yeah, it
there's no
makes
antenna,
you're
there's no
right.
nothing.
I actually didn't think about that.
There's
Yeah,
no
you're right.
buttons on my phone either.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And since we're on the topic of Digivices, I like that they're introducing that communication thing where like they can just, Izzy can communicate with Ty through their Digivices. I thought that was really
Phones.
cool. Yeah.
I thought they were phones as kids.
I mean, they basically, I like this whole Digivice thing. That it's going to be like, hopefully be like this, something that they actually use instead of just something that they keep like clipped on their belt and it's just triggers when it's time to digivolve, basically. That's going to be cool to see it like used as a tool. I also like, so Ty gets to the net and he sees this little pink blob thingy falling down through. He's all beat up. Naturally, Ty's like, I'll just chase after it. And like grab it. Sure, it'd be all right, and of course it triggers his evolution into Agumon. And when they find this group of all these little Digimon that are attacking the net or whatever they're doing, Agumon starts fighting, and I love that Ty gets them, puts the gloves on,
Yeah.
and then jumps in there and just starts beating the shit out of every the Digimon with Agumon. I was like, see, if they continue doing some of these little things that they're doing in this episode throughout this whole series, like having the Digidestin be more involved and having these things be like the Digivices be an actual like a piece of equipment that they have to use, I think it's gonna be really good. Like I hope they stick with this. What else did I have noted here? Oh, did you notice when Izzy, gets into contact with Ty, and he's like, you have to go here and take out these Digimon because they're the ones that's screwing with the trains. He's the ones that he sees, the little sprites that he sees on his laptop are like the sprites that are part of that, the old V-Tamer things, the old Tamagotchi style.
Yeah, because I remember the little Agumon sprite that was there.
Yes,
it looked very familiar.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I like that. That's cool.
Yeah. All right, so let me talk about the best the single greatest thing that came out of this episode.
What's
And
that?
this is something that if they don't continue this, I'm going to be very upset. I'm calling it like real-time digivolutions.
Oh yeah, where it doesn't like pop out and you have to spend 5 minutes of spinning
Yes.
around and then zooms in, zooms
Which,
out.
now, don't get me wrong, I love the digivolution animations from like the older ones, especially Try has some fantastic digivolution animations. But this idea that while they're digivolving, they can still do something. So like, you know, Agumon's arm like digivolves to Greymon's arm first, right? And like while the rest of the body is still digivolving, the arm like grabs one of the arms of the big thing, you know, and like the whole body is still digivolving.
He was huge Agumon for a second there. He was just a big Agumon.
Yeah. Man, that was freaking amazing, dude. I love that because it's funny. And you know, a lot of these like you know, you think of Power Rangers when the Rangers are morphing. I've actually seen a lot of funny. Yeah, I've seen a lot of funny things of like the point of view of the villains as the Rangers.
Goldar's like, just sitting there like
he's just sitting there, just chilling. Yeah, you know, like waiting. You know, but this was dynamic and it was like, dude, it was amazing. I loved this.
I liked it as well.
All right, so let's go ahead and get to the very end of the episode though, because I got some questions.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Agumon evolves into Greymon. He's able to beat the dude, and it stops the train, right? Up on a little bluff, though, apparently, I'm assuming watching this whole time, or at least a lot of it, you see Garurumon with Matt sitting up on his back, right?
Mm-hmm.
I doesn't make a lot of sense to me, and I'm going to tell you why.
What is that?
Okay. Answer this. How did Ty even get into the net? What did he have to do to get into the net?
He had to show courage.
Right, he had to unlock his courage.
Do
you know what Matt's crest is?
Friendship.
What the hell did he do to get
It seems like he's been there for a bit.
Exactly.
And then he was already at champion level. What did he do?
How did he get into the net? Because it looked like to me, just from Ty and Izzy's bit, that they had to unlock their, you know, their crest thing to do it, to even get the Digivice, to get into the net, to have you had to, you know, they must have gone through something, because in order to get Agumon to digivolve, like Ty had to like they were going through some crap for him to digivolve, you know. And it was that, like, I especially love that moment when the arm is like, the thing digivolves and then the arm is like coming at him and Ty's like holding Agumon up and they have to like do that jump forward thing to get out of the way, you know. But he's like helping him fight. He's, you know, they're building this connection, and that's what helps spark Agumon's digivolution into Greymon. But then you just got Matt, who just was able to get into the net. He has a Digivice. He was able to find Gabumon, and he was able to somehow get Gabumon to digivolve.
Why wasn't he helping? What was he doing?
But I'll say this: it's almost like they're going to go that route of that sort of what was doing Koji, I think, from like Frontier, who was like kind of the cool dude, and he doesn't want to join up with the team.
Yeah,
he wants to be a loner, you know.
Until eventually, you know, he comes around, and
they always come around, and I don't know. I'm just like, I got lots of questions about that, lots of questions, and I hope that they're eventually answered. But overall, what'd you think?
It was good. It was a good first episode. Yeah. Have some questions. Still, like you said, want to know how Matt got there. What is he doing? Like the intro. I like the outro too.
I like the outro as well.
Even though I don't want it to be the Matt and Ty show, I do like the fact that the opening is mostly Tai and the ending is mostly Matt. I like that dynamic.
Yeah, but that just makes me think, are they going to do that when the other characters start getting more involved? Like, are we going to get additions? It would be really cool. I think I was about to say it earlier and then I got off topic. In the intro, there's a moment when like Matt is, or not Matt, but Tai is sort of like falling towards. It looks like he's just in sort of the net thingy, but it looks exactly like it looked in the original intro for Digimon Adventure.
Yeah, well, like
doing
everybody's
twirl
spinning,
thing.
but it's just Tai this time.
Yes. Now, at every episode, as they
That'd be
add
dope.
a new character,
That would be
will they
dope.
add like a dude? That would be awesome, man. But no, I also thought the episode was really good. Made me very hopeful for this series. But he's already evolving into champions, and like it just makes me wonder, like, how is this a mini series? Is this going to be a 50 something episode series like the other ones were? Or are they going to try to make it like a 20 something or what? Like I don't know, because they seem to be getting this stuff really fast, and we haven't even been introduced to any of the other characters. So
we saw glimpses of them, but they didn't speak.
No.
So
the only one that says anything is Kari.
Yeah.
And that's just because she's involved in the whole train thing in this episode. So, but yeah, I really enjoyed it. I got high hopes for this thing. I'm excited. I'm just excited that Digimon is back and is still going.
Mm-hmm.
Seems to be going pretty strong. Unfortunately, we didn't get.
Too.
Well, see, I was gonna say, unfortunately, we didn't get that movie. It was supposed to come out in March.
Oh.
And then of course everything shut down. So I don't know how they're gonna do that, honestly. I wish they would just pop that sucker on Crunchyroll and just let us watch it, or hell, just put it on something that I can buy it. I'll buy it, But yeah, so this was the first episode of Talking Nerdy about Digimon. I hope you had fun. I had fun chatting with you.
We don't get to see each other in real life anymore,
right? I know.
Besides work. So yeah, it's nice to chat.
We are still essential employees at the moment, and so we are still going to work. But and it's been so crazy. You and I haven't even really had time to, even at work, we don't really have time to chat about stuff. So
tomorrow's Monday. Tomorrow's Monday. It's the worst day of the week.
But yeah, so I really appreciate you doing this with me. Watch the next episode, because we're recording again tomorrow.
I will watch it tonight.
I think you're gonna like it. I liked it. It does, though. I will say this: raises a lot more questions. So,
more questions, not a lot of answers.
Yeah. But it is a good episode. But anyway, so anybody that's watching this, we really appreciate you guys watching. If you would hit that subscribe button, and check, comment, leave us, tell us what you guys thought of it, and check back with us here soon when we put up, I'll put this one up, and then I'll put the next one up once we record, and we'll do it every week. We'll try to do it every Sunday, to have it go live by Sunday night, if my internet acts right and the upload works. We'll get it up every Sunday night. So anyways, thanks everybody for watching. Thank you, Logan, for joining me, and
always.
We'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.